Welcome to TS Lombard. The topic today is Trump and protectionism. This week, as the president moved into the Oval Office, he issued a number of threats that raise the question of whether we're going to slide into protectionism. And the focus is on two countries, Mexico and China. Our perspective is that these are very different cases. If we take the case of Mexico, just to take an example, 40% of Mexican exports, of the value of Mexican exports, actually has been originally produced in the United States. So levying a huge tariff, as Trump has threatened, would actually impact very substantially U.S. jobs. In fact, the research bureau that looks at the car industry in the U.S. says that upwards of 30,000 jobs are at risk if Trump were to go down this route. And this is because what's developed between the U.S. and Mexico has been what we call global value chains. These are trade which is in parts and components, which is controlled not by the nation state, not by the U.S., not by Mexico, but by individual firms. And that's why the Mexican-U.S. relationship is very different from what we see, for example, in U.S.-China trade, where there's a huge imbalance and U.S. importing primarily consumer products from China, and we don't have the same intra-factory trade that we have in Mexico. But for the time being, first out of the gate is a renegotiation of Nafta, which will take place. The first meeting has been promised within the next 30 days. And so far, quite interestingly, Trump has had very little to say about how he's going to approach China. And the simple reason is because China has the ability to retaliate in many ways, which is not the case with Mexico. But for now, the real focus is going to be on U.S.-Mexican relations and the renegotiation of Nafta.